Alright guys, today I'm going to be going over today's plays and how they panned out this morning. It's actually the same exact tickers I was looking at the day before. We got Roblox, RBLX, NVIDIA, NVDA, and PayPal, PYPL. First I'm going to go over Roblox and I'm going to show the tweet. Roblox is the only one I had time to tweet out last night because I was busy making the video that I posted last night. If you haven't checked that one out yet, would definitely be beneficial in kind of understanding my logic going into today's plays. First, I'm going to go ahead and pull up, see Roblox right here. This is my tweet last night. Basically just what I posted, a little updated technical analysis on the daily. You can see we bounced off that 200 EMA pretty strong, and yesterday we closed right underneath the 109 EMA right there. I was watching this 81.29 level. Basically, if it rejected that level, it wasn't really something I wanted to play as much. I was looking for more of the breakout, 2-up continuation, as you can see right there. Call trigger we had, put trigger. I also did some options flow again. Let's go to the next one. This is what I had tweeted last night. You can see we had our targets still here from the day before. Almost full continuity on the bullish direction. Right here was the previous day's entry. You can see we had that 2 down, 1, 2 up, bullish reversal. So today I was looking for another 2 up. I'll go ahead and show you. Let me pull up the Thinkorswim chart. All right, let's go to Roblox. All right, so Roblox, go to the open morning right here. We have our call trigger. You can see we kind of opened up above it. You could have tried to play that, but usually mornings are pretty volatile. If you can, it's usually best to kind of wait maybe like 10-15 minutes if the direction doesn't. Sometimes it'll open up with just really strong momentum and you can definitely ride that. But as you can see here is a little bit more on the choppier side. We had this big 3 down right here, so you definitely would have gotten stopped out of your calls here. But you can see we had another big 3 up. We closed above the call trigger, so that could have been your signal for entry again. Closed above all EMAs right here, and you could have even waited for another close above this call trigger level before you really entered your full position. But calls from this level right around 8:50 a.m. To this initial first peak, that was about 118% profit. What I preach is always take profits at certain increments. So you could take like a third or a quarter of your profit at 15%, another third or quarter profit at 20 to 30%, and you can let that last third or half of your profit run. And as you can see, the whole time, this is a 3-minute chart, the whole time it stayed above this 9 EMA. We did have a couple wicks down, but never did it close underneath. Even if you didn't catch this peak on your runners, that first close underneath that 9 EMA would have definitely been your sign to close your position. You probably would have been up at least over 80% still, even if you caught this fat 3 down candle. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you NVIDIA. NVIDIA was essentially the same play as well. We had filled the gap yesterday, and I was also looking for another 2-up continuation. I didn't have time to post this one on Twitter, but again, if you watched my video I posted last night, I went over what I was expecting to play in the next, which is today. Again, almost full continuity on the bullish side. Go ahead and pull up Thinkorswim again, show you the chart. Where's it at? All right, so green line again is our call trigger. This one was a little bit more tricky, I guess. I'll show you the 1 minute. It'd probably be better to show you as far as entry level. So you can see that when we opened up this morning, you know, we started downwards, and we actually opened up above our call trigger level. You know, normally, well, always, you never want to chase. If it opens above your call trigger or below your put trigger, you don't want to chase. You want to wait for that to basically test that level again, and that's exactly what happened here. You can see all these long wicks right here, basically showing that bulls were more in control here, and they're really trying to hold this key level for a pivot, a bullish reversal. Now, all this chop right here might have been a little confusing to enter, but right here, you see this large 2-up green candle right here, and it closed above the 9 EMA as well as our call trigger. You could have entered calls somewhere around this 840 period, at least starters, and then you see we ended up testing pretty much this call trigger level again. This first kind of, these two candles, even this third candle, you could have added on calls right here, because right at this point is when it confirmed support at that level. So from around, let's see, approximately, let's go with 8:45-ish, when we had this nice fat 3-up candle. Another thing, keep in mind, remember, I have these Fibonacci's right here. I can probably see it a little bit better. So these are retracement levels that I've been keeping an eye on. 23% right here is at 220. So not only did we close above the call trigger, but we also closed above the 23%. So that was another level I was looking to hold as support. So entering calls right around here at 8:45 up until kind of like when it started consolidating, and maybe if you took profit on this this 2 down candle right here that broke the 9 EMA, that would have been approximately 110% profit. But the whole high for the day, the max all the way up here, would have been around 164% profit. So again, you know, you would have locked in the percent. You might not get that full percentage. You know, a lot of times you can leave money on the table, but if we're hitting your targets, then, you know, there's nothing wrong or bad about that. You can see our target was 223.21, this green line right here. So if we go over here, 223.21, that was, oh, what do you know, 223.21, where's it at? Right here. So right here was our target. So this is basically around 100% profit. We hit our target. We it did exactly what we thought it was gonna do. Definitely, you know, key sign to take profit. Like I said, a lot of times you might leave profit on the table, but it's all about being profitable and consistent. You know, being up 100% profit and not taking it can be really risky. Like, why would you not want to take 100% profit off the table? I know we all want to go for those big home runs, but that can be dangerous to your portfolio, thinking that you want to get a home run every time. So you could have took profits right here and tried to re-enter. You can see we broke underneath the 50 EMA, and we were actually able to hold above. So maybe not necessarily entering back on calls right here, but you see we had this big spike, and then kind of couldn't go any higher, and started kind of falling back down to this 50 EMA. But we never closed underneath the 50 EMA, and we actually opened back above the 9 EMA, and you can see it actually pretty much stayed above the 9 EMA for a good $2-ish. So that could have been another good time to print. I'm not sure exactly what the percentage on a play like that was. I didn't really do the math on that. I only did basically what the average entry was right around this time to this first peak, and basically the max. So that's how today's plays panned out. PayPal, I'll go ahead and talk about this one real quick. I did not post this either. I mentioned it in last night's video, but we actually opened above our call trigger. So not really something that, like I said, I normally say don't chase, and I'll show you what that chart showed. PayPal was actually pretty strong today. Let's see. So we have our call trigger down here, and as you can see, we opened up above that level. This yellow line comes from a wedge formation I have drawn on the daily, so you can kind of ignore that level. But yeah, you can see it started off pretty strong. I recommend not chasing, but you could look to re-enter. So when you saw it come back and test this 50 EMA, and then we finally closed back above, we held that. You could have tried entering some calls right here, and the whole time this was up on the above the 9 EMA, and this is on the 3-minute chart. So I really like looking at the 3-minute chart in terms of kind of basically confirmation that the trend's continuing, because on the 1-minute chart, I'll show you what that looks like. A lot of times it'll test the 20 EMA and sometimes even the 50 EMA. So where's it at? Right around here's when we broke up above. You can see we had this candle close underneath the 20 EMA, so you might have gotten faked out there, and you see it continued going up more and more. But looking at the 3-minute, 1157, 3 minutes, 1157, so right around, yeah, this is on this wick right here. You can see we still closed above this 9 EMA, so bulls were still in control here. And that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed.